Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. Today is January 1st, and this is the first Wise Up video. It's a daily dose of wisdom from the book of Proverbs for your daily life. We're doing this every single morning in January at 7 a.m., so get ready. Come join us. On Fridays, we're going to go live, so feel free to join us as you're getting ready for school, work, whatever it may be. But today is January 1st, first day of 2018, and so I'm excited to get into the book of Proverbs for you. I want to start by asking you this question. Is wisdom important to you? What even is wisdom? Right? Wisdom is something that's kind of talked about. But during the month of January, we're going to look into it a little bit more and what God has to say about it through King Solomon. So we're going to look at a little bit of the life of King Solomon, the man who really primarily wrote the book of Proverbs. And he, as we know, is a son of King David. In 1 Kings 3, Solomon is presented a dream from God, right? God speaks to Solomon in a dream, and he basically says, Solomon, I'll give you whatever you want. And Solomon recognized that his dad, King David, was a good and honest king to his people. And so what Solomon did, he said, God, I ask you to give me wisdom to lead your people well, to lead them right. And so God granted him that, and he made Solomon the wisest man to ever live. He also made Solomon the richest man to ever live. And God noted this. He said, Solomon, you could have asked for riches. You could have asked for me to destroy your enemies. You could have asked to live forever, but you didn't. You asked to be wise, to honor me, and to lead my people. God gives his wisdom freely. And so as we start this series this month, I want you to keep that in mind. We're looking at the first 7 verses of Proverbs chapter 1. Here's what it says. Pay attention here. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to understand words of insight, to receive instruction in wise dealing, in righteousness, justice, and equity. Look those words up if you don't know what they mean. To give prudence to the simple, and knowledge and discretion to the young. Let the wise hear and increase in learning, and the one who understands gain guidance. To understand a proverb and a saying, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, and fools despise wisdom and instruction. In the first 7 verses, Solomon is telling us the whole point of wisdom, just like the question that I asked in the beginning. What is wisdom? Is it even important? Solomon, right off the bat, addresses that question and gives us the answer to it. It's to do all those things, to receive all those things, to be those kinds of people. So today marks the first day of Wise Up, right? It's every morning, 7 a.m. This is the very beginning of Solomon's writings, and he kind of outlines the purpose of all the writings that he's giving. He's sharing the value of wisdom. And so that's what we're doing now. These first couple days, we're laying the foundation for the whole rest of the month. So stay tuned, stick with us, because it's going to be really good. I'm super excited about it. Here's the last thing I want to leave you with. When we become wise, we reflect God and his infinite wisdom, and we actually live and lead by the truth. Here's something that God tells us in the book of James. He says in James 1 that if any of you should lack wisdom, he should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault. But, he says, if you ask, you should believe and not doubt, because he who doubts is like a boat that's in the water, right? It's like a wave blown and tossed by the wind. God tells us that. Did you catch that? He said, if you lack wisdom and you want it, I'm going to give it to you. All you got to do is ask. And so that's what I want to encourage you to do. When I was in high school, we had a speaker come by at youth, and he told us this. God promises us a lot of things in Scripture, but he promises us this one thing, that if you ask God for wisdom, he will always give it to you. Always. And I've been doing that every single day since high school. Lord, today, give me the wisdom to see people the way that you see them. Give me the wisdom to make the decisions that you would make in your infinite wisdom. Lord, make me wise so that I may honor you and love people well. And so I hope that you see that. It's my hope that as we begin this every morning look into the Proverbs, that you will begin to see the value of wisdom, and every day asking that, God, I believe that you will give me wisdom today, and I believe that you will give me wisdom tomorrow. Lord, give me the wisdom to love people and live the way that you've called me to. So that's it for this morning. I'll see you tomorrow morning. We're looking at Proverbs chapter 2 tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Share this. Tell your friends, tell your family. If they haven't, they can join our Facebook group. It's also going to be on YouTube at FPC Branson Youth. But ask God to make you wise today, and he promises that he will do it, and he is faithful to keep his promises. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have an awesome day.